Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rabbit, and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Ocean the Second Story. You guys are not going to believe this, but I'm actually now sick with whatever flu/cold that Andrew had all last week. So I apologize if I am not going to be as enthusiastic or animated as usual, but I am just feeling absolutely like garbage today. But I did still want to go ahead and get some more recorded, because where we did leave off last time, we wrapped up Disc 1 by witnessing the unavoidable demise of Expel due to the handiwork of the 10 wise men. So we're not really sure what's going to happen yet, but we are now on Disc number 2, so that is very exciting. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. I'm going to do my best not to cough any also, so my apologies, guys. It seems to have gone well. We have returned to Nede. But haven't those worms come along with us? That can't be helped. They were in there, so the scum must have come along unless they're dead. What shall we do? Shall we kill them? They seem to have fallen quite a ways away. Leave them. They won't be able to do anything anyway. Or will they? Certainly, the scum will die sooner or later. I'm concerned about the young Nedean girl. Why would she have been on that planet? I don't know. Leaving from Nede in its current state should be essentially impossible. Well, she's just one little girl. She cannot pose much of a problem to us. So everything is going according to plan. That's right. But still, don't let your guard down. At least somebody in this group has some sense. Everyone's like, who cares? Everything starts now. Well, we know who that is. Yes. Okay, are we done listening to them? Alright, guys, we're alive. I'm not sure how we survived that, but we managed somehow. Ooh, Where am I? Heaven? Let's hope heaven doesn't look like this. Although I guess this isn't the ugliest scenery, but even still. Rena, are you okay? Oh. They are so lucky they survived that. Holy shit. Claude. Hey, and everybody else is alive too. What is this place? I've never seen such a place. And oh my gosh, you guys, is this music not beautiful? I don't really know myself. This can't be heaven, could it? This is not heaven. This is a place on Nede called the Outer Wall Paradise. This is Nede? Oh, Rena. She'll be okay, you guys. Big sister, are you alright? She's just having some flashbacks. I'm alright. Come, this way. Rena, what is it? I don't know. I only know that we have to go this way. Rena, you may know that because you are a Nedean. I don't know that myself, but my soul is calmed by the touch of the air here. I feel like all my fears have vanished. I think I've known this since I was little. That's why I'm sure that this is Nede. Now that you mention it, Claude, why did you come to Expel? I encountered a sudden accident and was blown from another planet to Expel. And then I met Rena in the Shingo Forest. And then look where we are now. So, that's it. Yeah, I don't think Claude has actually ever told Rena exactly what happened. Well, let's not worry about that. Even if he isn't from Expel, Claude is Claude. This doesn't change anything. Thank you. There's no use in staying here forever. Anyway, let's check out the surroundings. How are my mama and the rest doing? I don't see how they could have survived. It was a collision of planets. They couldn't have gotten off lightly. It's okay. They must be well. They must be waiting with bated breath for us to return. Rena. It must be so. Yeah, you're right. For that purpose, too, we must ascertain what state we have been left in. Yes. I've always liked that scene of them walking while chatting. It's one of the few moments that actually feels very legit and non-RP-ish-esque because everyone is kind of visible on the screen as opposed to one person walking with the party inside of them. I don't know, I just always liked that. Anyway, Rena says, what's that? It looks like some kind of device. Come inside. No thanks. Who are you? You needn't be suspicious of me. Anyway, please come inside this transporter. Then everything will become clear. Well, if this mysterious voice says so, I guess we have to oblige. A transporter, huh? Where exactly will it take us? Let's go and see. Rena? It's okay. We can believe his voice. I feel it. Well, the situation can't get much worse. Okay, let's go. I'm with Opera. That's the only reason I would actually get into the transporter. Good. Let's go. I mean, really, they just managed to barely survive a collision of planets. I don't think they should be that worried about stepping into a transporter. Or should they? I guess they'll find out soon enough. I also like how they were kind of in denial, and they're like, oh yeah, everyone on Expel should be just fine. No worries. It was just an explosion. Where are we? I don't know. Wow, incredible. Anyway, let's get out of here. Okay, so we are by the transporter, and oh god, some people are still dead. I don't think I ever gave my other battle suit to anybody. I'm pretty sure I did not. Oh, because everyone else is dead. Well, whatever, we'll look at that later, but I think we grabbed that extra one, and then I just forgot to equip it, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Are you going to talk, or are we just going to have a stare down? I have been waiting. Are you the one whose voice we heard back there? Yes, I was the one who invited you here. My name is Gnarl. I am the mayor of this central city. Central city? This isn't Nede? It is Nede. Central City is one of the cities of Nede. Jesus, get it together, girl. Do you know why you have come to the place called Nede? No, I don't know. Everything after our fight in Eluria... We were fighting against some suspicious-looking men in Eluria Tower, and the next thing we knew, we were here. Undoubtedly, you were blown here in some way as a result of their jump to Nede. Just who are they? They are the ones known as God's 10 Wise Men. To tell you about them, I must tell you about the errors of Nede's past. Oh god, we just want to know who they are, bro. 3.7 billion Nedean years ago, Nede was a single planet. You mean that it isn't a planet now? The current need is not a planet, an artificial planet covered by a high energy field. That is the current need. Energy need. So that was what my father called a high energy body. Speaking of 3.7 billion years ago, this was an age when Expel did not yet exist in the universe. At the time, Nede was a planet that had such a high level of magic science that it had no equal throughout the universe. Because of this, many of the planets in the galaxy came to be collectively under the rule of Nede. However, there was no coercion, but rather it was said to be a coexistent relationship. It was said to be a nearly ideal form of government. However, even in such a world, there were still those who had malice in their hearts. I mean, there always will be. There's not much you can do about that. They called themselves the 10 Wise Men. Rather than coexistence among planets, they desired to dominate the entire galaxy. With their vast powers, these dreaded fanatics first tried to capture Nede itself. Under their attack, the major cities of Nede fell one after another. They killed off all people who would not obey them. Yes, even women and children were ruthlessly massacred. The Nedean forces marshaled their forces for an all-out resistance, but their powers were great and terribly evil. Ultimately, the rout was unavoidable. However, their violence could not continue any further. At the end of a life and death struggle lasting many weeks long, they finally succeeded in breaking the 10 Wise Men. The people of Nede decided to punish the 10 Wise Men by confining them in a jail called the Eternity Space, which consisted of a special space which, once entered, can never be left. The Nedean forces were victorious in battle. You guys probably should have killed them. That would have been the wise thing to do. Yet in this battle, the Nedeans finally became aware of the immense power that they possessed. Even if we had not intended to do so, we had acquired sufficient scientific power to rule the entire universe. Should persons like the 10 Wise Men appear again, Nede would be again dragged into the maelstrom of upheavals of war. No one desired that. At the end of a long conference, they reached one conclusion advocated by the genius Dr. Lantis. That was to seal their own evolution and the power of Nede. The planet Nede was destroyed at the hands of the Nedeans themselves. All of the Nedeans emigrated to the residential district Energy Nede, built inside a high energy body. The energy body that covered Energy Nede prevented anyone from coming or going to or from Nede, and thus Nede was cut off from the outside world. The Nedean forces fought with their last spurt of strength. The rest is as you can see. They should have been confined in the Eternity Space and left in outer space, but it's not known how they escaped and returned to Expel. But in fact, they escaped from Eternity Space and returned to Nede in order to reign as the rulers of the galaxy. So, they were God's 10 Wise Men. That's right. While the enormously powerful Indelicio was their leader, the extremely resourceful Cyril served as their chief of staff. These were accomplished by the other 8 followers, including Dacus. They are dreaded fanatics. You can find out more details by referencing the database in the library. Didn't you realize that they had returned here? That's right. By the time that Expel began to revolve in an abnormal orbit, it was too late for anything. So why did you summon us? It is because you have promised. What do you mean by that? The 10 wise men are on this Energy Nede to make preparations for their domination of the galaxy. However, our current remaining powers are nowhere near our powers at the time of their confinement. So you are saying you want to borrow our powers. That's right. Moreover, our powers are of the same type as those of the 10 wise men. Ultimately, the stronger will win. What we need are powers of a different type. I guess that makes sense. I still don't know why they didn't just kill them at the beginning instead of trying to confine them to some space. They had to know eventually they'd get out. Powers of a different type, you say. What do you think? We are here, so I think the only thing to do is do it. And if the aim of the 10 wise men is to dominate the galaxy, then Expel is also something, because I clicked too fast to not read the rest of that. Okay, let's do it. Yes, let's do it. Thank you very much. Let's get started at once. There's no time to spare. I want you to initiate operations immediately. What should we do? The first thing to do is obtain means of transport within Nede. Can't we use the transporter? No, they are installed only in major facilities. The best means of transport is for you to use the flying heraldic life form known as the Synard, or Synyard, however you want to pronounce that. The Synyard. If you go north from Central City, you will find the town called North City. If you ask around there, you should quickly find the Synyard stables called, or named, the Home. Oh yes, here is the library I mentioned earlier. You will find much useful literature about the history of Nede, scientific research reports, and the like. I understand. Well, let's hurry to North City. Miss Rena, how do you know my name? I would like to talk to you alone. Would you please stay behind for a little while? Yes. And of course, we're just kind of chilling and waiting. I wonder what Rena is talking about. That's none of our business. There's no need to put it that way. Rena is now trying to face her true self, so there's really nothing that we can do. I gotta stop clicking that so fast. Barely caught the tail end of that. Claude. Well, there's our gal. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Not at all. Well, I must be going. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, we're fine, except for Claude. Whatever. Claude was the one telling you guys to stop gossiping. Rena, what? Nothing. Oh my god, they're so awkward. I'm all right. Rena? Let's move forward toward the answer. Ah. Ah! Why are you screaming? First we go to North City. We leave Central City and head toward the north. Okay, I'm glad they felt the need to tell us all that. Okay, so we finally have control. When you are here in Central City, you actually have the option of recruiting, or at least starting the sequence to recruit another character. As you guys can see, well, this is not a good menu to demonstrate this. I only have room for one more party member, and there are actually two people that we can potentially recruit. One is named Chisato. She's a red-haired gal that actually is here in Central City. But I am not going to recruit her in this playthrough. I'm actually going to wait, and I'll get her when I play through this again in the second evolution, I guess, port to the PSP. So I'm going to opt for the other party member. So I just wanted to make that clear in case some people are like, hey, so next episode you're going to recruit Chisato. No, I am not. We're not going to worry about her quite yet. But what we are going to do in our next episode is actually I'm going to demonstrate another semi-convoluted way of creating an item. So basically, we've been using the bandit's gloves for a long time. I can't even, access anything because Claude is dead. So I really need to go rest up at an inn. But I'll do that off camera. So anyway, in our next episode, as opposed to us actually like running around here, doing our pickpocketing, and then heading to North City, I'm going to show you how to create the Magician's Hand, which is a much, it is much better than the Bandit's Gloves. You could do okay using the Bandit's Gloves throughout the rest of the game, but since I'm basically showing you guys a more OP way of playing this game, I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate how to create it. So if you're not interested in getting anything beyond the Bandit's Gloves that we have right now, which you absolutely don't need to do, then just go ahead and skip episode number 48. But if you are interested in seeing how I'm going to craft that, all of the next episodes should be dedicated to that, and I don't think I'm going to head straight to North City. I think what I'll do is I'll pickpocket after we create it, and then in episode 49 we'll continue the actual story. So there you guys go. I'm going to end this here. If you want to see how I create the Magician's Hand, then I will see you on episode 48. But if you're not interested in that or pickpocketing of this city, then I will see you in episode 49, where we will actually head towards North City to advance the story. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I am your host, Rabbit, and this is my Let's Play of Star Ocean's second story. Take care, and I'll see you in just a moment on our next episode.